Welcome back, class. I'm Matt, your guide here on Y-Caliber. We're playing Dragon Age Inquisition. And, viewer Ice Volda alerted me to a potential fix for the issue that we're having with the Iron Bull. So along the way, we're just going to talk to some companions, do a little interlude.
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god.
Well,
Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy man to the people. You'll enter legend.
Now that sounds more dangerous than anything I've done so far.
And there is the wit that reassures us. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead.
haphazardly.
I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
Thank you.
I hope you're not going anywhere after I stop Corypheus.
Far from it. If you'll have me, there's so much more the Inquisition can do. Farewell, my lord. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Well, I'm certainly not going to walk in the dark. Because then I wouldn't be able to see. Come on, Josephine. Get it together. Oh, I guess I have to actually transport Samson here before I can judge him. And that's a war table action. Oh boy. Embarrassing. We never fixed this wall. I wonder why that is. Like, we did all the major renovations, but I suppose they never thought it was important enough to fix the wall leading to the most important chamber in the castle. Dun dun. Yeah. Looks like Cullen's got this.
Letters are pouring in from all corners. Congratulations, pledges of loyalty, conversions to Andraste.
Uh-huh.
All premature until we deal with Corypheus.
Let us begin.
You do that.
Let's see what we have.
Alright. So, before the end of this episode, Samson should be in our clutches, and then we'll be able to judge him. But until then, we're going to go and do social stuff. Chat with people, catch up with our gang, see how everybody's doing. Let's start with Varric.
Inquisitor.
They didn't bother putting up the one I actually finished, eh? Well, we did finish one of them, and I'm proud of that. Hey, little dude.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an elven rune, so a witch could consume a pool of magical goo and then walked through a mirror.
Yeah?
And wound up back here.
Mm-hmm.
Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Yeah, why not?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered.
I know.
Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
I know. Okay, so nothing there.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
So after all this, still nothing new to say. Well, I guess that new thing you just said counts. So, we'll allow it. Hey, Mr. Know-It-All.
The Temple of Mythal sounds truly astounding. I would have liked to have seen it.
Well, be less annoying.
What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
Let's see.
I'm not arrogant enough to think it's my decision alone. Whatever happens, we'll do it together.
You think to share your power, to avoid the temptation to misuse it. A noble sentiment, but ultimately a mistake.
I'll keep your
Why?
opinion in
Because
mind.
while one selfless man may walk away from the lure of power's corruption, no group has ever done so.
Okay.
I trust my friends.
I know that mistake well enough to carve the angles of her face from memory.
Why is this so important to you?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me.
Cool.
You must not let false modesty allow you to pass your power to someone else. There are few regrets sharper than watching fools squander what you sacrifice to achieve. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
You planning to leave before we take down the bad guy?
No, but there may not be a later. It seemed wise to say my goodbyes now.
Alright. I suppose that's fair enough. Okay. So, as I said, viewer Icebolda had a potential fix here, so I'm just going to save this and see if we can fix things with Iron Bowl. Oh, you're reading something from Kirkwall.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive.
Is that one of Varric's books that you're reading?
All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
How does this relate to the Elven Temple?
You encountered ancient elves. A piece of history. Something the Imperium didn't destroy. Maybe my people can atone for what we've done. There is something still left to restore. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
I should hope so. You're better looking.
Someone with your impeccable taste could transform Tevinter.
I hope you're right. You usually are. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me.
Oh, thanks,
You're
Dorian.
shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less?
Could I then
It
do
means
any
proving
less?
that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland. I would do anything.
That's nice. But the main reason I'm here to talk to you is something else.
Something you need?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
How ominous. Has my father finally come up with a decent offer to buy me from you?
No, it's nothing like that.
I wouldn't blame you. My father's a very wealthy man.
I meant I wanted to talk about us.
Us? Don't be silly. I'm told you're involved with someone else.
None of these options are what I want to say.
Why should that matter? What do you think I'm asking?
I'm not interested in complications. Is that so difficult to understand? If you wish to talk about us, then talk to them first. Ensure there are no misunderstandings.
I thought you'd be...
Less cautious? Not this far south.
Okay, but seriously.
Always with the questions. What will people say?
Yeah, I don't want to begin a romance with him.
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Well,
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
We are mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
cool.
I'll leave you to it.
Where's that table? There it is.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
New mission, eh? Let's go check with Liliana. Assuming she's here. Eliana. There you are.
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me. Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. Change everything. Your support of the Mage Rebellion was a good start. We must build on this. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children.
No.
In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves, dwarves, even Canary.
That's good.
Why exclude them?
No reason
The
not to.
Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
The mages shouldn't be free.
I don't support this. There are better candidates.
I see. Then I should be glad it's not up to you. It's time for change, Inquisitor. The Grand Clerics know that. Justinia wanted the Chantry to grow, but her reforms never took root. She was held back by tradition and was too gentle to force change. I won't make that mistake.
Okay.
You can't force people to change their minds.
Then how will change ever come? People do not simply happen upon enlightenment. Most must be carried there. Justinia thought the circles needed to change. But why stop there? The Chantry alienated potential allies by brutalizing elves and belittling dwarves.
They sure did.
If we could bring them into the fold, wouldn't we have peace? There are those who would cling to the old ways, of course. But they will see. I would make them see. But I've rambled on too long. I am not divine. Yet.
And hopefully never will be. Though I would probably support that in my off-camera playthrough that I haven't done much on. Whee! Hey, Solus. How you doing? Don't mind me. Just passing through. Cullen.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you.
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times, but I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
Are we prepared?
We will be. I should return to my duties. There's more to be done.
Well, that's good to know. Oh, I'm down here now. Alright. I'll take that. And that. And that. Thank you. Oh, Cullen's ready too. Well, seeing as we're in the area, I suppose we may as well. Sigrid?
No time. Working.
Great. Keep it up. Ah, yes, this way.
Inquisitor.
Alright, so we still need to hit the rest of our followers too, and see if we can clear things up with the Bull and Dorian. I guess the trouble was I just flirted with Dorian too much. It was just too adorable. Just too Adorianable. Alright, so some resources. Fine. Okay. Good. Perfect.
We'll be spread thin until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course.
Of course. Let's go judge Samson. Because being judgy is always positive, right? Gotta judge, judgety judge. See ya, Josephine. I'm off to judge somebody. Get your clipboard ready. Here we go.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect.
As I might. Do you have her clipboard?
Knight Templar Samson, general to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
Judging him will affect as many as his crimes. I won't take it lightly.
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corypheus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was, after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The Prophet just isn't as pretty.
I found your people. They believed in you. Believed your cause was righteous.
Not your business, Inquisitor.
Your friend Maddox was so loyal he killed himself. For you.
They were always going to die. I saw what Corypheus was doing. So yes, I fed them hope instead of despair. I made them believe their pain had purpose. Just like the Chantry does. Right, Commander?
He's not wrong.
It ended as well as anything else I've done. Corypheus would kill me on sight. I'll tell your people what they want. Everything I cared about is destroyed.
This is a tough decision. I'm not going to send him to Kirkwall, because that would be pointless. Exiling him to the wilderness wouldn't achieve anything except he'd turn into a monster and die alone. That's a dumb idea. It would be useful to know what fuels him, but it's just going to be red lyrium, and we don't need that. So...
Very well. Samson, you will spend your remaining years serving the Inquisition. Cullen will be your handler. Perhaps he can get something useful out of you.
I doubt the Commander believes there's anything worthy left in me.
You're not wrong, but you served something greater than yourself once. Perhaps you can be made to remember that.
Perhaps. Well, you have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have been found wanting. Let's continue on with our chats with friends.
Inquisitor.
I can never remember. It's back here, isn't it, to get to Vivienne? Yeah, because the stairs have to go up at an angle. Use your head, Matt.
Far be it for me to suggest a training adjustment.
Okay. Don't then.
It's been quite the momentous day, hasn't it, my dear? We should probably give some thought to the very likely possibility that Morrigan will use her new power against us.
What's our plan if she does?
Circle records have limited information on shapeshifting. There are mentions of counterspells that may prevent mages from transforming or from reverting to their true forms. I have my people researching these spells now. If they have ever been documented, I'll find them. The
Cool.
pieces are nearly in place. We'll soon strike against Corypheus directly. You've done well. I will be proud to fight alongside you when the time comes.
Thanks, Viv. Let's see. Let's go chat with Cascas.
Will you be coming to the readings? After what happened, I just assumed.
After the destruction of a holy place.
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The Archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide.
It's not an archdemon.
It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one. But he will come. You will get your chance.
You don't seem concerned about that.
I am terrified. Yet I have faith in you. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, a valued friend, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
You'll be the next divine, I assume.
That has not happened yet.
But it may.
If the Maker wills it, then yes, I will answer his call. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been an honor.
Likewise, Cassandra. I was surprised that I liked you as a character in this game. I genuinely thought that I wouldn't. But BioWare tricked me and made me like you.
Corypheus is able to possess Grey Wardens, or so I hear.
Good thing you
Perhaps
aren't
it's
one.
a good thing I'm not a real warden.
It's a blessing. Warden or not, I'd hate to be on the other side of your blade.
Going up against a Darkspawn, and the last thing you want is a Grey Warden. Funny how these things happen.
Funny indeed.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Alright, who are you? Oh, Lord Trifles Minutiae.
I return, Inquisitor, as does the Quizquisition.
Uh-oh.
It begins now, and there is a timer. Logain MacTier is a hero to some and a monster to others. He was also Terran of which Ferelden settlement?
Oh god, I don't remember. No, no. No. Guarin?
I believe the answer is Guarin.
Correct. Well played. We will continue when I have time and the wind calls me.
Okay. Okay, well, good job. I guess. We'll just extend this episode a little bit so that I can get and talk to everybody. Alright, moment of truth.
So to kill Corypheus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first? That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
It's been an honor, Bull.
Oh, don't get like that. This isn't goodbye. We're kicking this guy's ass.
That's for sure.
Kadan. Damn, that was... That was good, Kadan.
High five again.
Are we done? I thought that was your warm-up.
All this time, and you've never said Kato. If I'd known you'd last this long, I'd have let you pick your own watchword.
People choose their own watchwords?
Normally, yes. It can be anything, so long as it's not something you'd ever shout by accident. Josephine might pick Madrigal, while Cullen would go with Phylactery. As for Cassandra, it'd probably be something soft, like silk or satin.
Don't be so
You're sure about that?
Hey, Ben Hasrath, remember? I've got everyone pegged.
Well, phrasing.
What about Varric? Wait, don't tell me. Bianca.
No.
No. It would have to be something he wouldn't shout during sex. Maybe Paragon or Tig.
Tell me more.
Here's a tough one. Cole.
You know, he stumped me. I actually asked him. He thought really hard about it, then finally said his watchword was stop. I don't think he got it. Probably for the best, honestly.
Well, it's a word that should be used when it's needed.
How about Blackwall?
Petit homme. Get deep enough under that armor. There's a man who lived the good life once.
That's for sure.
What about Vivienne?
Tough one. I'm going with Periwinkle. She looks like a periwinkle kind of lady.
Hoo-hoo.
What about Sarah?
Well, it wouldn't be shite or you'd never even get started. Honestly, though, Sarah's not the kind who lets you tie her down.
If you want to make me use that watchword, you'll need to try harder.
Good to know. I'm a better man for having met you, Kadan.
Oh.
I just hope this made things a little easier on your end.
You did. And no matter what happens, if we don't make it out of this...
Kato, stop. I can't. We are coming out of this alive. Together.
Sorry, something in my eye there. I don't. Must have flown in. You know, on the. Is it? Anyway, I've got a few more people to visit with. Sarah and Cole, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go chat with them. That was sweet. And hopefully that's going to fix up our bull issue. Off we go. Alright, you two. Let's see what you've got. Enchantment!
Has come to be alive in the circle of Magi, where we will thrive with our brothers. Enchanters remind that time will not unwind. The dragon's crooked spine.
Still nothing new, but every time it's fun.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, no I'm not. It's just the funniest, isn't it? That creaky old Abelas in Mythal saying the elves weren't destroyed by Tevinter.
An admission that did not come easy.
Of course it didn't. Because that's elfy elves thing. Being the sore losers of history. And never hear the end of it. Like being sad makes them better than me. Turns out they're not victims. They're the same as everyone else. Arseholes.
They're
Plus,
also victims,
a big
though.
old temple full of demon-worshipping lies. Grand, that.
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal?
Course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods, and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit.
Well...
So call me stupid, But I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
I'm with you. Everything in that temple was highly suspect.
Of course it was. You can't be Herald and think otherwise, yeah? I mean, that would just be daft. So, main takeaway, we got really weird power and we can throw it at Corypheus whatever. Fighting shite with shite.
Great.
It's like poetry or something, I don't know. Get a bard on that. We should go slap hands in the tavern.
High fives all around then. Alright, the last one is Cole. Don't be super weird.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't.
He came back.
That's why he always felt wrong. Like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
We could get you some new clothes.
So did I. Corypheus seems to break a lot of rules.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not... Could I have saved the real Cole?
Corypheus is using his connection to the Blight to make himself immortal. You couldn't do that.
His hands were bruised from beating on the wall. It was dark, like the cabinet where he hid to escape his father. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked dry. He was alone. I pushed through and held his hand. It was all I could do.
It was more than enough.
He said, "Thank you." Thank you.
When we return, we'll go and talk to Morrigan. Until then, all the best.